Imagine a world with no malaria. Every 2 minutes in the world, an innocent child dies of malaria, with Africa bearing 90% of these deaths. When I was a child growing up in my rural village in Kenya, we burnt cow dung to keep off mosquitoes. Today, the world has organized resources towards fighting malaria at all costs, with US alone contributing up to $1 billion annually to stop malaria deaths. Last year, the World Health Organization announced a malaria vaccine, but it only has efficacy, less than 30% efficacy. My project, therefore, will provide crucial data that would cut down malaria budget by focusing on protein and micronutrient supplement for pregnant women, as well as expound on the interaction between malaria and malnutrition. In this flowchart, malnutrition lowers the body immunity, which in turn increases the risk of diseases such as malaria. This then leads to loss of appetite, reduced nutrient and absorption, um, and increased energy needs to fight infection. In our lab, we used mice models to study malnutrition that resembles the one in malaria endemic regions such as Africa. The mouse diet had low protein to induce malnutrition, while control had high protein diet with zinc and iron as supplements. I use mice because their immune system resembles the humans and their age in days can be translated directly in human age in years. On day 14 after birth, I infected both mice pups from low protein diet and high protein diet, then observed their behavior. The results were saddening. Roughly 50% of malnourished mice couldn't survive past 10 days and died without, while about 95% of the well-nourished mice survived. But for the survivors that were infected, they had a very low parasite count as compared to the well-nourished, who were adversely infected and sick due to malaria. One well-nourished mouse died. According to other scientists' data and publications of this paradox, they argue that iron supplements might be aiding in malaria infection. However, my research is designed to address these arguments, providing incisive data that will change the approach of intervention program and address the reason why vaccine with 30% efficacy might not be working in majority of the population. It is my dream to return back home in Kenya with a solution that will save children from dying, as well as give hope in malaria endemic region that birth is not fatal and malaria is not final.